Hey everybody, and thanks for tuning in, of course. Hope everyone's doing great. And if you haven't yet, subscribe and definitely like the video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up. So I wanted to do a real brief video, and um, a really cool story came out just like a few hours ago, I think, within the last day. So there were some people in Mexico who claim to have found, they have like alien bodies that are like really old, and they presented it to the Mexican Congress. So, and this is in, just like right on the heels of the recent government whistleblowers that came forward in the United States that presented to the Congress their knowledge of UFOs and alien bodies that have been recovered. Of course, this kind of stuff has been going on for decades, and the government has always tried to hide it. It was only a matter of time before the public will realize, So you can't keep that kind of thing secret forever. So it's really exciting. It's like we're in this age where we have the technology to explore outer space. People have phones. They can capture UFOs. We have so many sightings, and a lot of military, like the Pentagon has a website up now where you can actually, you should Google it. I don't remember what it is, but that's dedicated to UAPs, unidentified aerial phenomena, I think is what it refers to. But, and then they are, they are acknowledging these things more and more. And we have a space force now, and we've had satellites in outer space for decades. So it's exciting if you think about it over the next few decades that we will begin to experience this more and more. And I just wanted to, that's all I really had to say. You should go check out the video in Mexico. It's really exciting. I been trying to keep a list of what's like real, because there's hoaxes and there always has been and there always will be, but credible sightings, there's a ton of credible sightings out there, and this really gives what's the word, more credit, I guess, deserved credit to people who have reported this sort of thing in the past and were just either dismissed or the government shut them down, unfortunately. But now they are admitting just as well, and other world governments are too. So I think we're getting to a threshold where this sort of thing is going to be made common knowledge, hopefully in the next few decades. And just to kind of recap real quick, so I've been trying to keep a list and of what's real. And I've asked, when I try to have these channeling sessions, I ask to see what's credible and what's real, to try to cut through what is, hoaxes or just, not everything's hoaxes, of course, could be misunderstandings. You could photograph something and report it. It's not a UFO, it's a weather balloon. So it's either basically real UFO stuff or it isn't. But remember too, so there are these corpses in, I went down a list before I did this video real quick, and these mummies that they found in Mexico are real alien bodies. This skeleton they found, the Atacama skeleton, I did a video on it, that is real. That is absolutely a real UFO skeleton. Now, keep in mind, they dismissed the Atacama skeleton as a genetic human deformity, but that's to cover it up. So, and that's the government knows the truth, and whether they're ever going to admit to everything, I don't know. But remember, just because something's debunked or they prove it another way, doesn't mean that's the truth. There's still a certain degree of cover-up going, because the U.S. government knows a lot more than a lot of world governments do about what's out there and what they're choosing to tell us or not. But a lot of this, again, is being made public. So anyways, these two things are very real. Remember the alien spaceship in Las Vegas where the cop saw it and actually saw the green fireball that was caught on his body cam, and it landed. It was a crash landing, and there were aliens running around the backyard. So they called 911, and then the aliens fixed their ship and took off. So it kind of like fell out of the sky. They were having, it's like when your car breaks down, you have to fix a flat tire. So um, more and more of these sightings are becoming real and, like I was saying, captured on technology. And also, keep in mind too that these civilizations out there are extremely ancient, and they've been here all along. So this is nothing new for them. They actually have bases on Earth and on the moon, and under the surface of the moon, and under the surface of the Earth too. And they exist on different densities. Some are physical like us, and some are physical but lighter, like a higher frequency. Still physical, but they exist in like a higher dimension or higher plane, if you will. Kind of like with cell phone, television waves, and microwaves, and stuff like that, signals that are physical but we can't see. Like, that's like a good example right there. They actually exist on lighter degrees of density. So, and some can even kind of shift back and forth between these things, and that's one way they can travel through outer space so fast, which is really cool. So there's some really advanced species out there, and we're the ones really waking up to it. We're not very old as a species or a planet, and they've been here all along, watching us, and studying, and now communicating with us. And to leave on a good note, just to let you know, are positive. Like, if they wanted to control and destroy or do anything like that, they could have a long time ago. We are very insignificant as far as technology and psychology and the understanding of how literally existence works. But now that we're making our way to this level of evolution, they're very willing to communicate with us and speak with us, and they are very non-intrusive and have a policy of like non-interference, so as not to interfere with our natural evolution until we get to that point where we begin to understand, both psychologically and mentally, life and existence, and master technology to a certain degree. Then we'll basically be able to communicate more and more with them and realize what life is. So on a grand scale, it's very exciting, and it makes sense. I mean, the universe is so huge, and the more we explore it and the more our technology advances, the bigger the universe gets. It's like the more they say, okay, it's not as big as we thought. We said it's bigger. Oh, you know what? There's hundreds of billions more galaxies. We just realized, and so like we're still trying to map everything. So who knows how big it is? And all things considered, I mean, there are places out there that are way more ancient than Earth. So really, whether you believe in existence spiritually or religiously or not, the statistics really point to a high probability of other forms of advanced life, not just us. And it's real, and it's not just real. We're the new ones. Like, life is teeming, or the outer space is teeming with life. And we're only beginning to scratch the surface of what's been around us and among us this whole time. So anyways, go check out this video over in Mexico. It's really cool. And keep an eye out for more and more of this stuff. Like, I really don't know where all this is going to go, especially in the next 10 to 20 years. But it is really, really exciting. So cool. Well, thanks again for watching, and let me know what you think in the comments if you have any questions or thoughts or anything. And as always, please take care, and we'll see you later.